My beautiful darlings, welcome back to the channel. So my darling, on today's video we are going to be discussing about people you work with. Now we do have two particular topics that we're going to be discussing in the reading. First topic is going to be about how can your colleagues support you, and then the second section of the video is going to be about how can you improve the environment in your workspace and perhaps elevate for promotion. So this is just about self-guidance and about improving relationships and improving functions within the business to enable the business to soar, to maintain its status, and to see some sort of growth that's going to help the business succeed. So my darling, we do have three options for you to choose from. Now when I mention three options, this simply means you have to choose an option and then you will be moved towards a section in the video that's tailored towards the option that you have chosen in regards to the people you work with. So you can either pick from option number one, which is represented by the grey circle. You can either choose option number two, which is represented by the pink circle, or you can choose option number three, which is highlighted by the green circle. Now, if you would prefer to have more visuals in regards to which pile you should pick, please do backtrack to the thumbnail of this video so you can see a real lifetime image of the pile selection. But if not, these are your options you can choose from. So once you've chosen your option, just scroll down to the description box where you'll be met with the timestamp. Just click that timestamp that's next to the option that you have chosen and you will be fast forwarded towards the section in the video that is for you, my love. And if you have not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button because I'll be back again with more videos, more enlightened messages and more ways to help support yourself and others. Okay, so with that being said, I will see you in your pile selection. So take your time, analyze and choose your pile, and I will see you shortly. So for those of you who have chosen pile number one, represented by the grey circle, I have already laid out your cards. So I'm just going to give you a quick run through of the cards that we do have for you. So we have adversity with I accept the challenges are the best way to learn. We have success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. We have peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. We have surrender your addictions, whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking. Take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. We have the new moon in Gemini with communication is key. We have memories of love, which is the 6 of cups. We have the emotional loss, which is the 5 of cups. And we have heartache and loss, which is the 3 of swords. We have let us believe faithfully that our dreams are worthy of any struggle and that it is our time to free ourselves and rise to glory. And we have dark night of the soul. You're in the midst of a spiritual awakening. So I'm looking to see that the support that you need right now from your colleagues is to recognize that failure is not an option, okay? Failure does not mean low effort in work. It doesn't mean a negative attitude. It doesn't mean that we give up and that we don't strive to be the best. It means for you, we have to switch our roles around. We have to develop our learning further. We have to deepening our training that we are doing and learning in order for us to keep the business as something that has continuous growth. Because I can see here in times of challenges, You need your colleagues to be able to support you in ways that are positive, in ways that are gonna feel nurturing, not only to yourself but to others that are around you. You need to have that stable level of support, knowing that your colleagues don't collapse under pressure, or they don't fail, or they can't handle situations that provide some sort of tension. You want them to be able to prosper in situations where things may not go in your favor or the business's favor. And you need your colleagues to know that there's always success at the end of the tunnel. Whatever the business may lose, or whatever the business may not be successful as, there's always a way to turn it over. So you need to be able to receive the emotional support first and foremost. And the environment for you, it needs to be one where it's very relaxing. Like, there needs to be a relaxed approach, and not a background where there's a lot of tension, confusion, or stress. Okay, there's a time and a place for peaceful attitudes, and that's what's needed the most right now. Okay, because perhaps there may be people or your colleagues who are more in the energy of things are not working out. We don't know how to progress forward in such ways where things are going to be continuously positive, and you're trying to change that status quo in order for them to reach their own personal success within the business, and for them to help the business succeed in a more peaceful way. Like, you want everybody to be able to build relationships where it's stable and where love is at the center. Okay, we need to be like a family team, and not a team that's kind of against each other. So I'm seeing here, you need to be able to have colleagues that are able to communicate well. They're able to voice their opinions. They're able to see where things are going wrong. They're able to hit their targets and achieve, and they're able to understand the business's values, its concepts, its belief systems, and stick to that. Okay, you don't want people to be thrown off where there is loss within the business. You want people to be able to pick themselves up and be able to recognize that it's just a hurdle, and it's something that can be overcome, and it's simply just us recognizing how to elevate after loss, how to elevate after challenges have presented themselves. Success is the main focal point here for you, and you need to be able to have a peaceful environment where everybody can work together and not against each other. There needs to be a union, and there needs to be a relationship where all of you can get along together, and all of you can represent the company in a way that sticks to its values, it sticks to its traditions, and it always sees itself succeed no matter what. It uses times of challenges and adversity as a power point for it to excel. Okay, how can they transmute the challenges and the struggles into a success? That's what's going to help you right now. Power number one. Okay, so the next section in the video is how can you improve the environment in your workspace and elevate for promotion. So the cards that we do have for you today are patience, so I accept that everything happens in divine order. We have discipline, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. We have service, I feel good when I can help others. We have inner child, you're currently healing old emotional wounds. We have surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. So we have patience twice. We have victory and success with the Six of Wands. We have triumph with the Chariot, and we have destiny, okay, with the Wheel of Fortune. We have emotions are running high with the Supermoon, and we have we should not fear an obsession for building a great free life. So improving the environment and elevating for promotion, first and foremost, there needs to be a lot of patience, okay? Then there needs to be an understanding, and what's really screaming out to me is the mental health, okay, of yourself first and foremost, and anyone else that you may work with or who surrounds you, because you need to be in a mindset where you can work peacefully. Your mind needs to be clear, you know, free of overthinking, free of worries, free of being burdened, and you know, free of always wanting to strive to be the best but undeniably fearing that you won't be. There needs to be a clearance of energy, because if there's too much worry, or there's too much stress, or you know, not being able to handle things appropriately, that's when things in the business will start to spiral out of control. And you want to keep your business close knit, okay? You want to keep moving forward and progressing no matter what, but we want to do this in such a stable condition to where we can work. We don't want to overwork ourselves and keep going and keep going and keep going, because that just makes the workload feel pressurized. It doesn't allow our content that we deliver out to be the best that it actually could be, because we don't have the energy to do that. We're rushing and we're just wanting to deliver work, okay? That means that we're not really caring for the business's foundations, the values and the beliefs. We're just wanting to deliver something just to keep the business going, and we don't want to have that type of energy because we don't feel inclusive of the business. We don't feel as though we handled it with such tender love and care. You know, we want to make sure we nurture the business as well as we get the work done. So there does need to be some more structure that is implemented within the business, okay? Really focus on the goals, really focus on the objectives, really focus on how you can put your love into the services that are being provided to people, okay? And know as well within your heart that for us to achieve, you know, this success that we're wanting, it takes a slow and steady progress, okay? We don't have to rush things. We must allow ourselves to take time with our work, allow ourselves to nurture things. Like, of course, we do have deadlines, we do have things and targets that we do need to meet, but how we can achieve that in a timely manner is by prioritizing our workload. How can we maintain our own balance so we don't get into the energy of having to be over pressurized and having to take on so much work? How can we delegate other things to other people in order for us to reach this success that we are destined to have? Because we must remember that everything takes its time and things will shift in appropriate time, okay? When we fear that we're going to run out of time, that's when we start to implement this stress. So we must recognize how we can shift workloads, improve our energy, you know, remain focused on our tasks, remain focused on who our target audiences are, deliver the work in such a good quality standard, and recognize that when we perform our best, we can receive the best from others. That's when we can receive the good feedback. That's when we can build more opportunities. That's when we can have a higher level of support, because there is the main foundation right there, okay? It's about implementing all of these things right here and not allowing ourselves to be emotionally overburdened. When we're actually enjoying ourselves, enjoying our work and enjoying what we do, sticking to our targets, sticking to the goals that we set ourselves, and knowing that we can be of service in a positive way, that's how we can elevate ourselves for promotion and improve the environment in the workspace, okay? Patience is a virtue, and patience does go a long way. When we are not so focused on, you know, the materialistic things, but we're focused on the actual values of the business and what we're presenting, that's what sticks with people a much longer time, because they would prefer to have something that's of value rather than something that's actually just rushed just because we have to deliver something. All right, my darling. So that has been the end of the reading. So please do let me know how this reading has gone for you so far. If you did enjoy this reading, please be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you again in one of my next videos. So with that being said, please do take care for now. Bye. Alright, so pile number 2, welcome to your reading. So to start off with the first section in the video, we have how can your colleagues support you? So we have your cards already laid out here. So the cards we have drawn for you are pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. We have, if taking action towards our dreams before the perfect conditions arise, or before we receive permission, is unreasonable or reckless, then we must be unreasonable and reckless. We have rejoice in celebration, third eye chakra, the truth card, you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer, and entrepreneur. Be on the lookout for exciting business opportunities to unfold. So what I'm seeing for you right now, pile number 2, you need support by allowing others to celebrate your wins, celebrate your success, actually give you some sort of credibility for what you actually have to offer. Because I'm seeing perhaps you may take on a lot from others, or other people may try to put you under pressure. They may try to put all the responsibility on you, and perhaps you may be somebody who has great ideas. Like, you are somebody who's definitely a visionary. Like, you're able to see into the future, you're able to see how things may turn out. Like, you just have this eye for detail, you have the eye for solutions. Like, you're very solution orientated and you know how to fix a lot of things. So people may tend to give you a lot of things to focus on that may not be a part of your role or part of your job, and that may make you feel as though it's a lot for you to take on. Because I'm seeing here with the surrender to rest and sleep, you need to be able to get a good night's rest, and perhaps you feel as though you're not able to have that because of the workload that you've been taking on. And there is, for you, you need to speak up about the role and how much you may be taking on, because I'm seeing here your colleagues need to be honest with you, and they need to be truthful about how much workload they actually give you and why they make you take on so much things that maybe not for you to handle. Okay, because I'm seeing here you're definitely somebody that supports a lot, okay, and people confide in you, people see you as somebody who is their safe place, their safe zone, and people can really trust in you. And you need your colleagues to be able to see that you put a lot of effort into your work, and that you really do, you enjoy what you're doing. However, you do not want to take the blame for other people's problems or for other people's shortfalls. Other people need to be able to step up to the plate and step up in their own section. Perhaps you may be somebody who is on the path to becoming an entrepreneur, or you may be an entrepreneur already. However, there needs to be some sort of delegation when it comes to the business that you are in, because you cannot take on everything, and you must allow yourself to see the truth in where you may fall short. Okay, there needs to be a reanalyzation in regards to the role that you are playing and in regards to your responsibility. You need to be supported in a way that's going to allow you to release some sort of workload, and to perhaps allow yourself to reorganize the position that you are in. Allow yourself to create perhaps a new position or create a new foundation. There's a sense of being able to reorganize your job role and reorganize what you are actually being responsible for. You need to be able to take off so much pressure and allow yourself to have a more relaxed approach, okay? And know that you have people that can support you in your decision making and support you with the choices that you are actually making, okay? You don't want to take on everything, but you want to be able to support the business in ways where it's still enjoyable for you and it's still enjoyable for others. Okay, even though you have the vision, it's not about you just taking on everything, but it's about you being able to delegate the roles easier. Or if you're working alone, it's about you being able to not blame yourself if you haven't met up with all your targets as of yet, and just be honest about the position that you are in and still being able to celebrate how far you've actually come, because you have been working a lot and you have been taking on a lot of pressure. So it's about you being able to see how far you have come and being able to support yourself in knowing that you will be able to enjoy calmer times that are coming towards you. Alright, so pile number 2, second section in the video, is how can you improve the environment in your workspace and elevate for promotion. So the cards we have are relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. We have indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. We have courage. I find the inner strength to face the fear with confidence. We have old habits. An old habit may be keeping you from moving forward. Surrender frustration. So frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself and regroup, so you may approach the situation more calmly. We have accelerated motion with the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. We have partnerships and alliances with the Three of Wands. And we have the sacral chakra. We have love was never absent from our lives. It is not bound in our hearts or in our relationships, and thus it is not capable of being owned or lost. We have allowed our awareness of love to diminish. That is all. And then we have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. So I'm sensing this has got something to do with the people that you work with. It seems as though there are frustrations when it comes to ways of working, okay? It seems as though there's been so much pressure on delivering work that there's been less focus on building relationships that are meaningful and building connections within the workplace that are actually long lasting and that actually make you feel wanted and that make you feel good. Because I'm seeing here that the people that you may work with, perhaps they tend to not act on opportunities as fast enough, but they don't know how to operate well with perhaps team building skills and group work. And just when it comes to working together, there's a lot of different belief systems, there's a lot of different attitudes, there's a lot of different ways of working, and there's not like one set foundation. It seems as though it's hard to agree on things. It's hard to have someone who can be the mediator. It just appears as though, you know, there's a lot of dysfunction here when it comes to relationships. Perhaps I'm sensing the type of people that may have been hired for the roles may not be as qualified, or perhaps they don't have the right tools and energy to perform well within this environment, and that's put a lot of struggle on the business, and it's not allowed the business to excel in ways in which it could have. So for you, I'm seeing how you can help improve the environment is, you know, understanding different people, understanding their ways of working, understanding how they meet their targets, and understanding their ways of working. Because when you understand how people work different, we can approach them in their own love language, okay, in order for them to feel they have the support that they need, and for them to feel as though that they are being heard at the same time. You are someone as well that can help people agree on tasks, disagreements, or goals, whatever it may be that the company needs to do. You can help support them with their indecision. You can be the solution orientated person. You can be the person who can see the problem and solve it. And I'm seeing as well, you can bring in your own sense of ideas and your own sense of creativity into the business. Even though they may have a structure or a normal way of doing things, you can implement your own ideas. You know, be the one to suggest something different, be the one to stand out that's different, because your ideas are very bold and they're very courageous. They're different from what other people have to offer, and you have something that's very creative that can help enhance the business. Okay, use your ideas as a stepping stone, and perhaps you can learn new tasks or learn new ways of doing things, so it helps the business improve as well. So I'm seeing here, you can be a problem solver, and you can be the person who can have a calmer approach to things, or be the one who can bring the peaceful resolutions, the person who can not involve themselves in like any business feuds, or you know, where there's like constant like gossip or slander within the business. You can be the other person who turns the other cheek and simply focuses on solutions, focuses on bringing the love back into the business, bringing the solutions back into the business. You know, recentering our focus on prioritizing the people, and actually feeling as though we are working with people who have an eye for detail, people who actually genuinely care about the business. Okay, so you could work perhaps closely with HR, or you could work perhaps with building an event that focuses on, you know, improving the connections within the business, improving the relationships within the business, understanding people again, you know, understanding what people like within the business, making people the center focus of the business and not the workload as the center focus. Even though the work is important, but the people need to be just as important as well in order for the business to thrive. Because if we don't feel invested, then we're not going to be able to have our best foot forward. We're not going to be thinking and feeling like we want to help the business thrive. We're just there for the sake of it, just to get the money. And we don't want to have that kind of attitude. We want to have the attitude that we are enjoying what we are doing and we're getting paid to work for what we actually love. All right, my darling. So that was the end of the reading. Please do let me know your thoughts down below, just how well this reading has gone for you. And I'll be sure to see you again in one of my next videos. So with that being said, take care for now. Bye. So my darlings, you've chosen pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So to first start off with the first section in the video, we have, how can your colleagues support you? So we have perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. We have grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. We have happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Increase. You have successfully manifested something near and dear to your heart. Surrender, stubbornness. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. We have temptation, which is the devil card. We have sacrifice, which is the hanged man. And we have rest and rejuvenate, which is the 4 of swords. We have forgotten that the natural foe to life is not a distant death, no it's not, but a present in the moment detachment from living. And then we have the new moon eclipse with expect powerful change. So how can your colleagues support you? They can support you by understanding that you do not give up and that you will always strive to be your best at all times, okay? You are someone who is addicted to success. You're addicted to meeting your goals. You're addicted to meeting your challenges. You're addicted to being happy. You're addicted to seeing the end results, okay? They can help you by boosting your happiness, boosting your aura, boosting your glow, supporting, the work that you are doing, that you are cherishing, keeping a happy environment and not allowing you to dwell on things that don't work or dwell on things that have put you in a dark place, okay? You want to be supported by being ushered towards happiness, okay? By being pointed in the direction of positive outcomes, successful outcomes. That's where you tend to strive the best, okay? In times of grief or in times of where perhaps things may not work out in your favor or they don't work out as well, understanding that there's always different perspectives to different things. There's different perspectives and different solutions. And it's about always striving to go towards the solution that's going to represent a positive outcome, that's going to represent something that's going to be happy for the business, something that's going to be successful for the business. Of course, we do have these times where we dwindle and we may dwell on what we've lost out on, but it's important for you and for your colleagues to recognize that you do not want to stay stuck in that energy or stay stuck on what you've lost or stay stuck in the past. You want to transmute that energy, okay, to something that's going to be successful, something that's going to be achievable. And if there's periods of indecision, you want your colleagues to understand and know that sometimes we need to take time out for ourselves as well. Perhaps, you may want to book a day off for yourself, or you want to focus and work independently, or you want to work where you're not being distracted by others. You want to have independent work, okay? You thrive well when you can focus on what it is that you want to achieve and keep that steady goal in focus. You want to make sure that you're staying present in the tasks that you have to hand and you're not being distracted by outside things that are irrelevant to what you're actually working on. Okay, you want to make sure that you find your sure footing in the environment, and you want other people to know that you do bring about powerful changes within the business. Okay, you have a lot to offer, and what you have to offer is of value. It's not something that can be lost, and you do bring a lot to the business where you've had to sacrifice a lot for yourself. Okay, you want your colleagues to recognize, how much effort you actually bring into the business, how much positivity you actually bring into the business, and how much you can actually set goals and actually achieve them. Like, you want to be recognized for all that you actually do, and you want to be recognized for the taking time out for yourself as well at the same time. Perhaps you don't want to be always working in teams or working under someone's. Sometimes you want to work alone. Sometimes you want to focus independently, because that's where you can strive and have your own inner thinking, and then bring your thoughts to other people who can see your points of view as well, because you recognize that there's a lot you have to offer when you work in groups and when you work independently. So there's a mixture of you both just understanding those ways of working. There's power in all different avenues, and there is power in taking time out for yourself to reassess what's going on within the business. All right, my love, so we are on to the last section in the video. So we have, how can you improve the environment in your workspace and elevate for promotion? So we have friendship with, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. We have abundance with, I am a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Humor, I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Restlessness, find a way to calm the waters of your mind. We have void, of course, moon, nothing will come of this situation. We have the patience card. We have spiritual union, new beginnings. We have surrender your fear of intimacy. You're ready to let love in, compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. And we have the great joys in life come when we are spontaneous and authentic, while engaging in activities we care about. And the great miseries come when too many days stack up, where we are conforming and posing while doing things we have no passion for. Okay, so this is saying about being true to yourself, okay? Really bringing out that personality of yours, because you have a charm within you that goes unnoticed by people. Okay, they think that you're really funny, you're charismatic, and you really enjoy life, okay, differently to others, and they want to find out more about you and how you enjoy life so pleasantly, so easily, and just with so much confidence. Okay, you can improve your work environment by building bonds with people. Okay, understanding that you understand people are different, people are they have different needs that need to be met. They have different personality styles, first and foremost. But I can see here you have the patience, okay, to take time out to understand people, understand their ways of working, and perhaps, allow them to be themselves. You don't want them to be something that they're not, and you allow people to have their own breathing space and be their best version of themselves, because you wouldn't want them to conform to anything else that they're not. You would want them to excel in their own energy. So allow people to be themselves and allow them to see, just how fun life can be from your own perspective, just how fun working can be from your perspective. How can you incorporate more fun, more laughter, more spontaneity in new fresh ways of working, new approaches, allowing people to see that there's different ways of working, and you can make it fun. Okay, you can make a game out of certain tasks, certain goals. You can approach them or network with people with an attitude of happiness, with radiance, with confidence, with joy, with laughter, rather than being so serious all the time. You know, different approaches. You can understand different personality styles and channel that in a way that can be received by each individual that you talk to. Okay, there's this emphasis on building bonds with people in order for them to see their own success, in order for them to see their own prosperity, their own fortunes, their own blessings. Like, you can wake people up to see the blessings in their life just by being yourself and by having this light-hearted attitude towards, you know, supporting people. You're not afraid, or you won't be afraid to be around different type of people, because you can see that everybody wants to be loved in their own way. So by you showing your own love and your own sense of humor, your own sense of personality style, which is one of love, happiness, laughter, and you're just being so energetic, right? You'll inspire these people within themselves to be the best version of themselves, and they'll see within you that you have so much to offer, and that you're actually very different, and that you're talented, and that you are someone that can incorporate so much blessings within the company, or within the business, within the opportunities that do arise. Okay, so it's about recognizing what you actually have to offer and presenting that, rather than trying to be someone that they think you should be. Okay, because that's not really bringing the best out in you, unless you want to adopt those approaches. But being yourself and showing just how fun working can be, and how you can understand people on different levels, and by bringing people together, having the patience to adopt new approaches and to adopt different people's personality styles, and starting off fresh and trying different ways of working, is how you can improve the environment and perhaps elevate for promotion, my darling. So we have reached the end of the reading pile number 3. I really do hope you enjoyed this reading. Please do let me know your thoughts down below, just how well this reading has gone for you. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, because I'll be back again with more gems for you. And with that being said, I'll see you in one of my next videos. So please do take care for now. Bye.